Okay. So, today I'm going to be breaking down an entire song called Rancid Carrion. It's a very short song and it's really simple to play. It's just a really fast song. So, I mean, it'll just be quicker getting through every single individual part, I guess. So, I'm going to try to play the whole thing all the way through real quick at full speed. And then I'll break everything down riff by riff real quick. Shouldn't take too long. I don't even remember how exactly I ended it. It's the whole song is all fucking chromatic. It's really fucking formulaic. So I mean, once you understand the formula and how everything works together, like the song just flows naturally. So like I said, I was gonna break down every single riff individually, and I didn't play it totally perfectly. So once I break down every single riff, I'm gonna go back and play the whole fucking thing again, and it'll be a lot cleaner the next time I play it. So, starting off from the very beginning, it's super fucking easy. It's just a pattern. It's all like tapping. There's no pick. I do it with one hand. So, like, the main thing that you want to do is just eliminate string noise. And you want to make sure that the last note that you hit is on the high E. And you want it to be clean. So, the pattern is just... It's just that same thing, but it extends up, like, and it's easier to play fast than it is slow. So, I mean, you got to build up speed and make sure that you're on point with where your finger placement is. But, I mean, it's a spider walk kind of thing. the thing is that like the higher up you go, because the frets get smaller as you go up, you gotta adjust your fingering a little bit, and also adjust for the orientation of the neck. So sliding the same thing up and down the fretboard is a really good way to like strengthen your legato and your accuracy with like just individual notes. So the intro it's just that chromatic run going up, and then it goes into the main riff immediately after that. So I'm gonna play into the main riff and explain Alright, so yeah, that riff, the main thing is that it starts on an upbeat, so like it's really energetic, and it's all sliding. You slide into it like blip blip blip. The song is it's all based around that motif of sliding around. Like you noticed in the original bridges that like and then. And you really want to be accurate with your sliding, especially when you're going from up here to down here to up here down. It's all about keeping it clean. So that riff is second half is just which is basically just a variation of that. It changes the resolution a little bit with a little more punch. So like you're also on the lower strings, so it has more. But playing it slow might be a little confusing at first, catching the rhythm. I play it super fucking fast, and sometimes it's not clean, but I know when it's clean and when it's not. Alright, so that is the verse riff, and that riff is the only thing that really repeats. Everything else is a variation, or just a bridge, and all of this, the main shit that isn't that is mostly just sliding around or doing the same thing over and over again, kind of. So going from the main intro, main verse into the next bridge, the bridge is super fucking easy. When you do the power chords, like you wanna just like add a little vibrato to it. It sounds really cool. The second bridge is the same kind of principle, except it's more of a descending thing. There's a lot of movement in the song to keep it interesting, I guess. So the second bridge is the same principle, but third chord. So like that's the second bridge. And then it goes into the fast part, which is really fucking cool. It's probably the best part of the song, going into the guitar solo part. The next part is a little tricky to finger, but basically it's like an upside down. It's an upside down major third triad. It's a major third over here, and then you got this thing over here on the F. So it's just So you start on that slidey part. And all I'm doing is moving up one fret, and then I switch to a triad. The Devil's Triad, a diminished fifth, and then it's the same thing that's over here. But like if you think about it contextually, it's really it's like more. This is really replacing the octave note over here. So I mean, it's the same note just in a lower position. It makes sense dynamically when I play it fast. And I'm going to play up to that part from the verse riff going into it. So it's like... into the next part, which is the hardest part of the song to play, just because of the volume of notes being played extremely fast and the nature of the pattern with the slowing down and doing like different picking parts, like it's the same shit just being played with a different impact, and I play it twice, so like it's a little tedious, but it's so quick that you go through it really fast, and it's over already. So going from that ascending bridge, I'm going to go into the next part. That pattern, I mean, if you slow it down, it's a little harder to understand. So, like, think about how it sounds, and then when I slow it down, I might make a couple of mistakes, but I'll try to keep it as clean as possible. So it's that resolution goes into the next part. It's the transition into the next bridge, which goes into the guitar solo. If you break it down into this individual timing, I guess I could try to count it out while I play it. So it's like gallop, but it's played so fast, like a triplet gallop, but it's being played so fast that each individual gallop is, each individual stroke is a gallop, inside the gallop. And when you're tremolo picking at that speed, keeping count really comes down to a matter of feeling and rhythm more than counting, because it's really difficult to count that fast. So I'm going to go into it full speed. I'm going to try to make it as clean as possible, and hopefully, like, you be able to count the individual patterns as long as I play it correctly. And then I'm going to move on to the next part. The same thing being played twice, but like the way that it's written out with the transition coming into it and then it resolving on itself, it has a different impact the second time that you play it. And it's the same chord progression, kind of like just being variated a little bit, that it goes into the next part. Simple basic fucking pattern. Like you can't even everybody can play that. It's just fucking it's easy as shit. And then then it goes into the slidey part. The slidey part is literally you start here on the F, then you slide up to the F, and then it ends. It ends on the D, on the fucking B sharp. Christ, yeah, B sharp basically. C. I forgot. It's kind of a B sharp, but it's really a C. I don't know, like, fuck. I don't know how else to explain it. In context, it kind of goes up to a B sharp, because it's like you go to the B and then you do a sharp. So. Then it goes into the solo part, which is now the tremolo picking and the string skipping is a little tricky at first, but the way that I wrote it, it's like I write music like this all the time, so this just is what first came into my head, and I thought that sounds cool. Like, if you break it down into individual notes, it's very simple. There's really not a lot to it. It's just remembering the pattern. The thing is, like, it's fast. So keeping time, keeping it clean, and just understanding meter. Each note has a certain amount of time that it's supposed to ring the fuck out. So, open E on the 10th fret of the A string. One of my favorite intervals to just a really fucking fat open chord. So you go from fucking slide that. It's not an easy chord to play, but if you like anticipated it come in really easily. Twice, so if you fuck up the first chime, then if you fuck up the first one, then you have another opportunity to play it correctly the second time. Okay, so then the next one is... simplify that any more than playing the individual notes, and the patterns that I'm playing are very easy to understand. You can hear it, and I mean, if you can't see my fingers, I'm gonna try to make it a little easier, but it's just trickier. That's kind of like, you gotta understand how the tempo is pushing it and the movement behind it, and then it makes sense. But I'm gonna play it one more time, and then I'm gonna explain that little tale. Into the verse riff, which, you know, like, that's the ending basically. Now I'm gonna play the whole fucker again, and I'm trying to play it as cleanly as possible. I try to play it at full speed, maybe as fast as I possibly can. It's been a while since I really practiced this song, so like, just sitting down to play it, it's like second nature to play it, but like playing it at the same level of intensity that I was at before I took my break, it's not exactly as easy as I make it look. I mean, I have arthritis, it's cold as shit, I'm in a fucking giant ass hallway with a draft, so give me a break. The hardest part is just starting the song, because like that fucking tapping part is annoying as shit, and if you don't hit it right the first time, then you just go back and do it 100,000 times until you get it right consistently. I don't have like time to sit here and keep fucking around because I have to upload this bullshit, and I'm still up about 30 minutes. But I think that I explained it a lot better than I did and demonstrated it a lot better than I did in the last attempt that I made at this bullshit. So just to clarify that last little part, that section that's a little swingy, coming out of the solo. So I can't think of any way to slow that down and make it make more sense than it just did. Like, I'm trying my hardest, but like... That's a pretty big slide right there. And I'm hitting, like, from the E to the A to the D string, so... you really want to keep that nice and tight. I'm hoping that you can see that clearly. So. Just so you can clearly hear which string I'm hitting, and you can hopefully see it cleanly. That's almost 30 minutes. It's still gonna take forever for this bullshit to upload, but I'm satisfied with this. I'm gonna try to record more stuff as much as I can. I don't know how consistent it's gonna be, but being able to just play for a couple hours, I could probably get a lot done. I'm gonna upload this and fuck off. So you have a good night.